Let's shift our focus now to Karnataka. Karnataka's cabinet has okayed a 50% quota bill for Kannadigas in jobs. Siddaramaiah government has passed this bill mandating significant job reservations for Kannadigas alone. As we break it down for you, 50% of management positions and 70% of non-management positions reserved for locals in the state. Initially, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah announced a 100% reservation for locals in private sector Group C and Group D via his social media post, but that now stands deleted. However, Labour Minister Santosh Lad has clarified that there's no specific quota for these job categories. Siddaramaiah deleted the tweet amid the backlash we hear. According to some of the voices that have come in right from the business community, largely in Karnataka, they claim that this is a regressive move. The bill says locals benefiting from this reservation must be proficient in speaking, reading, writing Kannada. Furthermore, organizations cannot find qualified candidates. Then they are required to train professionals for about 3 years and then hire them. And non-compliance would lead to fines of up to 25,000 rupees.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರ ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಖಾಸಗಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕುವಂತ ವಿಚಾರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂಗಡಿಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ವಿಚಾರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಧ್ವಜ ಬಳಕೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಭಾಷೆ ಬಳಕೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡತಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳನ್ನ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಕಡ್ಡಾಯವಾಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸೆ. ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಿಗೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. No investors has to worry. We want all investors to come to Karnataka. There are certain sections of the people who are well talented outside the state. We want them to work in Karnataka. The Karnataka population, especially Bangalore population, has gone 1.4 crores only because outsiders coming here. They are working here. We don't want to harm anyone. We are just looking, we will give them a scopes. There are some suggestions which has come on this issue. We are just looking at it. There are various organizations, but we know the sentiments of various IT, BT people, technicians. We will just look at their angle.
As a Labour Department, as a government, we don't have a data at all. It's not that we want to tighten them. You know, this is wrong. It's basically now second time I'm holding this ministry. And most of the politicians, wherever we go, we have been always pressurized that we need jobs, we need jobs, we need jobs. I don't say that they're not giving. So if there's a mandatory something like this, so it becomes foremost and important to see to that local gets an opportunity. And in case if the local talent is not available, they can opt to get for anybody else. So why they are so hesitant to seeing that by this Draconian law will kill the industry? I think this harsh words.
Chief Minister also has tweeted saying 100% for Group C and Group D. Who are these Group C? Would it be a security guard, clerk? Who are these?
No, especially, we are not talking about Group C and Group D. I have given a clarification to same office. It's basically we say that C and D class only comes in the public sector and the state sector. So in the private sector, they usually don't come up with C and D class. So we said management and non-management. So if it is a non-management level, we are asking 75%. Whoever they consider as a non-management level, because the non-management vertical is more number.
Yeah.
Obviously, local people will get more benefit. In the management level, we understand there has to be merit. So that's why we say 50%. And why do you feel in Karnataka we don't have 50% merit people?
The bill has been brought in by the Labour Department. They are yet to consult with the industry, the Minister of Industry and with Department of Information Technology. I'm sure that before coming up with the rules of the bill, they will have due consultations with the respective ministries and more importantly, a wider consultation with the industry. So there is no need to panic. We are going to safeguard the jobs for the state as well as encourage investments in the industries with their consultation.
See, since long time, there was a demand of Kannadigas, Karnatakans, to have some reservation in private industries so that they get employment. And keeping that in view, and also the necessity, we have decided to bring this bill, and we are planning to place this bill before 26th, that is during this session itself. And the intention is to see that Kannadigas get employment. As regards merit is concerned, we all know Kannadigas are merited people, and amongst the merited people, they are going to give this 50%. 50% for management thing and 70% for non-management category. And I think industry will appreciate this, and I am sure any small inconvenience will overcome.
Kannadigas in Karnataka should be given jobs. We will see that most of the jobs will go to Kannadigas. There are apprehension by the industries, because yesterday we are also certain we have some apprehensions also, myself and IT Minister and all this. So we'll discuss with the Honorable Chief Minister. Let everybody be rest assured that it will be settled amicably. A, Kannadigas, the local people will be given employment. B, industries will not have any problems with us.
No, see, a reservation is required for local people, no doubt about that. Wherever possible, they should give the reservation. Maybe technical aspect, if anything is there, which they need some qualification, some skill develop they need, then maybe we cannot force for that to be given to the local if we don't have that kind of people ready to take that job. That is fair enough, that is. But technically we can't enforce on any organization to take them if they are not technically qualified for that.
मैंने ड्राफ्ट नहीं देखा है, समाचार है, तो इसमें बुराई क्या है? अगर वहां भी आरक्षण है, जब आप वहीं की इंडस्ट्री हैं, वहीं पे आप इंडस्ट्री लगा रहे हैं, तो उसमें क्या बुराई क्या है? मैं इसे अभी चूंकि देखा नहीं, इसलिए मैं इस पर कोई प्रतिक्रिया नहीं दूंगा, पर हमारी सरकार है और उसने बहुत सोच समझ कर किया होगा.
It's highly retrograde, reactionary and regressive. See, one state or one city is not made by those people who are born there or in domicile. For example, city of Bangalore, it has been made by a lot of people outside the state, even outside the country. $450 billion IT industry came up in Bangalore, not because of those people who are born or brought up there. So I would say this is going to unleash mayhem.
Every next day they come out with these kind of dramatic bills, just want to cover up all the scandal, whatever scandals, whatever the loot, whatever the allegations they have been facing, they just want to cover up with all these kind of dramas. We have a lot of talent. All these things can be addressed very strongly through the employment exchange, which they are not doing it. Only just trying to disrupt the entire ecosystem of the Karnataka. It is something doing against the interest of Karnataka. They are not doing good for the Karnataka. They are just acting against the interest of Karnataka.
All right. As we know here, the Quota bill awards 50% reservation for Kannadigas only. So this is basically what the bill says, 50% quota for Kannadigas. Supervisory roles, managerial positions, technical operational roles, administrative office, higher roles excluding directors, they all come in that managerial positions of 50% for Kannadigas. Now, non-management category, that almost 70% quota has been reserved for Kannadigas. Clerical jobs, unskilled, semi-skilled, skilled workers, IT employees, and contract or casual workers all come within that category. Now, as we know, Sagai Raj is joining us. As we know, the business community has been quite upset with the move here, claiming that this is regressive and not futuristic, will chase away businesses, and will be hard, basically, for them to find local talent meeting that skill requirement. Sagai, what's the backlash the Karnataka government has received for the moment? Are all of the leaders on board with this idea? How soon do we expect this to be implemented?
We have already seen the statement of Congress MLA N.A. Harris, and if you notice the statement of D.K. Shivakumar when he addressed the media this morning, he said that if there is any kind of flaws, then definitely the government will try to give an exemption, but you have to bring those flaws to the notice of the government. So they are open to make any kind of amendments on this particular act, because it's in the preliminary stage where it has been tabled inside the cabinet and it has been approved, but it should be tabled in the assembly and they have to pass through this particular bill. Remember, when it comes to water, language and the issue of borders, all the leaders, irrespective of the parties, are on the same page. If you notice, Ashwath Narayan, when he was talking to India Today, he has criticized the government, saying that they are trying to use this particular bill as a cover-up to all the allegations of scams against that. But he has not opposed this particular idea of giving jobs to the locals, because it might boomerang them as a political party. But we need to wait and watch how it is going to have an impact when it comes to the investment in the state of Karnataka, because NASSCOM has already warned that the GDP of a state gets around 25% of GDP comes from all this IT and corporate companies, and if at all if they try to do this, many companies might try to relocate from Bengaluru. So they have cautioned the Karnataka state government. So we need to wait and watch, because already the Karnataka chief minister has deleted 100% of reservation for Kannadigas to changing into 50 to 70%. So there are possibilities that there might be more amendments, but everything will be decided by the government of Karnataka.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Sagai, for joining us. Now, industrialists, like I did mention, have raised concerns, stressing the need for skilled talent in tech hubs, which they claim is difficult to find in abundance. They argue that the bill is discriminatory, regressive, unconstitutional, should be discarded.
So Karnataka government is now contemplating of bringing in reservations
It's a very regressive, illegal, unconstitutional step. And anybody who reads the bill will understand how bad it is, and they'll be shocked. For example, the bill says a local is defined as a person who is born in Karnataka, who has spent 15 years here, and who knows Kannada. And he has to pass a test. And if you don't have Kannada as a language in a school leaving certificate, then you have to take a test by a nodal agency. Now, suppose I am looking for a job personally. I, of course, have Kannada. I studied Kannada as the third language. And I want a job, and I have not studied Kannada. And I'm not born here. I've lived here 25 years. I go for a job. I'm not eligible in the local quota. And why should they interfere? And then they say, for any enterprise which has more than 100 employees, a government official will sit on the recruitment committee. This is outrageous. Totally illegal.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಖಾಸಗಿ ವಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಿಗೆ ಉದ್ಯೋಗದ ಮಸೂದೆಯನ್ನ ತರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಸರೋಜಿನಿ ಮಹಿಷಿ ವರದಿ ಜಾರಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ, ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಿಗೆ ಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಹುದ್ದೆ 100ಕ್ಕೆ 100 ಬರಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ.
It is not good for other states, so it is better to decrease the percentage of the Kannada working. More than Kannada here, outside peoples are working here, more than Karnataka peoples. So it is affects to Bangalore, Karnataka government.
I think people should give some importance for the localites. And of course, for a technical jobs, it is the whatever they score, whatever they get is important.
As we are Karnataka people, it's not fair for us because we are compared to other state population, we are more in this state. For that sake, we have to keep less reservation for other state people, and it would be benefit for us, not for others.
Well, as we know, in Karnataka, the bill has been discussed and deliberated in the Assembly and has got a nod from the Cabinet, but yet is needed to be implemented, but it's already faced quite amounts of hurdles. Let me cut to MLA Harris, in fact, the Congress party MLA, who said that this is a move pulled off by the government only to secure the rights of Kannadigas, but yet holds his reservation on it. Akshita spoke to him. Listen in.
Mr. N.A. Harris is with me right now, Congress MLA. Mr. Harris, thank you for joining us here on India Today. Can you tell me, sir, what do you think of this move by your party, by your government, of bringing a quota for Kannadigas in jobs?
No, see, it's a duty of the local government to protect the local people. There's no doubt about that. We have to do this and we have to provide job opportunity. Unemployment is at its highest in our country and everywhere. So the government is trying to provide job opportunities for unemployed people in Karnataka. And it is better for everyone. No, the local people getting job in the local place is good, isn't it? So it makes things much more easier and better for everybody.
No, first of all, Mr. Harris, okay, so the intention is to ensure jobs for locals. Surely creating opportunities is where the focus should be. Generating jobs is where the focus should be. And what about the fact that Bengaluru, sir, you're in Bengaluru, you know how diverse the population is. Many years ago, I lived there. If this kind of a reservation comes in, I doubt I'd be able to get a job in Bengaluru, as will many others who've moved from different parts of the country and live in Bengaluru because of how accepting it is, sir.
I don't think any such situation is there. See, Bangalore is a cosmopolitan city. There's nothing like that. Just it is that the local people also need to get their opportunities, job and things like that. So government is trying to do their duty on that. This is not going to affect anywhere. See, now whatever section of the jobs we are asking for reservation, there are all other jobs which are available, like very skilled and specialized areas, where the qualification matters. Now, whoever are qualified only you can take there. So those jobs, there is no question. If
but
qualified
surely,
people
Mr. Harris,
are available here,
surely, Mr. Harris, in every single job, there's a certain qualification required, a certain skill, certain talent that's required. Aren't you then dismissing that completely? There's no discrimination against Kannadigas. I think they have equal fair play, equal opportunity as anyone else in Bengaluru.
And everybody is getting, there's no discrimination as such. It is only trying to provide our local people the job opportunity, which is a duty of the local government, isn't it? So I think there's nothing beyond that. And it is not going to make a big effect on any public sector or private limited or anyone on the job area. People who can work only will come and work there. People will not come otherwise.
I would think that the job of the government, is to generate employment, not to take away employment from some and then give it to others. Now, India Inc., there have been specific statements that have come in from Mr. Mohandas Pai, from Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. NASSCOM has released a statement saying this will hit the tech industry. This will hit brand Bengaluru. What do you think, sir?
No, I do agree with you. Government should generate new jobs and not really take away from somebody and give to someone else. I do agree. That is that what you say is right. But then here the government is trying both the things, trying to generate jobs. We are making opportunities for people to come and set up their organization and give job opportunities. You know, Bangalore is one of the fastest growing cities. But then, of course, see, local people also have their rights to get their job and other things. So government need to support that also, no?
What is your response, sir, to India Inc.? And like I said, you've had many prominent Bengalurians, industrialists questioning this, saying brand Bengaluru will be hit. It's got an image of being a cosmopolitan city. Will this force non-locals to leave Bengaluru?
No, not at all. Nothing like that. We will maybe sit down with all of them and have a further more discussion and try to resolve those issues if there are any area where it is concerned about. I think the government will be open to discuss that.
There are also questions about whether this will actually pass legal scrutiny. You think, Mr. Harris, the government will be able to make this bill a reality very soon?
Yeah, I think the government will do, if whatever it has to be done. And it is for the people of the state only, and the government has to do that, isn't it? But it is not going to affect anybody, no. Government is going to damage something and do something, no. So it is not going to affect the other people as much as I know.
How will it not? Mr. Harris, explain to me how will it not? If reservation is kept and certain percentage of jobs is only for Kannadigas, that means lesser opportunities for people who are not from the state, sir. So it will affect them. They will look in other cities for opportunities.
See, look, I am telling you, this city, you said you were here in this city. That gave you an opportunity here. You grew, you reached to Delhi now. So these opportunities are there for everybody. We also have people
But that's
coming
the question,
from
sir.
district to Bangalore.
Today, will that same opportunity be available?
Then they will grow
With this
up in
kind of
their job,
reservation, will this kind of
they will also
opportunity
grow
even
up.
be
Everybody
available now?
It will be available. No, job is available here. Plenty of job opportunities here. They're not denying anybody else job. No, they're only asking to give some provision for local people.
Mr. Harris, thank you for joining us. But like I said, generating employment perhaps is the answer to creating opportunities for Kannadigas. You keep reservation, it is literally going to translate to essentially not having that many jobs available for non-locals. But that is the defense that's coming in from the Congress. Mr. N.A. Harris, thank you for joining us here on India Today.